Hey guys, welcome back to some more Splatoon 2. Now that we're done bouncing, let's read our scroll we got from the level before we move on. Oh, feet! Alright, maybe I made a mistake getting the sunken scroll.
Uh-oh.
Well, let's bounce out of this topic real quick.
Please, the comments will get weird if we say show feet anymore. Squid's Instagram makes me question things.
What the heck, Lester? What did you stumble upon? Lester, there's already bad stuff on the internet for this kind of stuff. Just stop, please.
Well, on a positive note, now our hero shot doesn't suck.
Now your gun won't suck no more?
No, now it actually can do something that's more in line with what it's supposed to shoot at. Level 2 might as well just been its original level 1 counterpart, because this is the level they base it off of for the multiplayer version of this weapon. If you went into the multiplayer with the hero shot replica and it was this level 1 firing speed, no one would ever bother unlocking it.
Alright, what now, Sheldon?
New gun! It's heavy. Because it's a heavy splatling. Makes sense.
The Gatling gun of ink.
Yep.
Sheldon, I know how to use the splatling. Just shut up!
I heard someone didn't know what a Wii U was, so I have to explain like you're a newcomer because you probably never touched this thing in your life. Let me go ahead and explain. Next time, just tell them you've seen what the mystical Wii U is.
I think I used this weapon once, and I never used it again.
You know, that's a trend for like any new weapon class on a Splatoon game. Like, yeah, you know, I used it once in a multiplayer mode, but now I just went back to the splatter shot or whatever weapon of choice.
Yeah.
Multiplayer is not like a great way to demo a lot of weapons in some cases, unless you're experimenting around like Turf War, or maybe even Salmon Run because of the random rotations. You really get a good feel of these in single player. It's a great way just to experiment without any consequences.
Basically, as much as it doesn't look like it, the heavy splatling is a long-ranged weapon. Yeah, it's more of a akin with a sniper rifle rather than you know,
Gatling gun?
Gatling gun.
Yeah, the splatling here, like the heavy splatling, has the same range as a normal charger. So this is a backline weapon for that reason for the multiplayer. It's a really good weapon to lay down cover fire. But if you don't like the slow charge up of a charger and you just don't like how long it can take to attack people with that, then the splatling is a great compromise because it's very powerful. But at the same time, it doesn't take forever to charge it up. You can just hold the button for like a quarter second and get more than enough of a charge to kill an enemy.
Yeah, it's more of a long-range weapon rather than a, you know, up and close, I'm gonna shoot you in the face kind of weapon.
Yeah, although there's different types of splatlings that kind of change that, kind of like with the chargers, because there's some more close-range chargers the same type. Because the mini splatling is half the range of a normal one, so because of that, it's a more up-close-in-your-face kind of weapon. It doesn't take as long to charge, doesn't shoot for as long either. Drawbacks. I don't know, one of my favorite ones they added, though, to Splatoon 2 over time was actually the Nautilus one, though. Because it is a charge, like, it's kind of like a charger in a lot of ways. Because you can charge a shot and hide in your ink with it and retain the charge like a charger. Also, you have a problem. I don't have a problem, Marie.
You do have a problem. You play Splatoon too much.
Can't help if they made it too good.
He can't help it.
Then again, I could probably say the same thing because I'm like 80 hours in at this point.
How cute. Thought maybe we hit triple digits. That's like, alright, I'll be back in a week.
Lester, it's been like a month and you've already done triple digits?
Plead the fifth.
Oh, there's his excuse coming in again.
Oh, no, I did see a tweet. Or not a tweet, but like a video that said, I already spent 1,000 hours on this game. I was like,
yep.
What?
That's about right. Splatoon and only Splatoon for a month.
What? Did the guy never sleep?
I mean, if that's in the first week, then I'm gonna have to assume he found the DeLorean.
It was like after a month.
Oh, it's Marty, okay. I didn't know he liked Splatoon. But seriously, 1,000 hours already?
I think it was after a month, but I was just like, I get it. This game is a multiplayer game. You're gonna put a lot of hours in it. But I was like, Holy crap! I said, man, I hate it when like I don't think I've put 1,000 hours in something yet. I'm close. I have like 800 hours in Animal Crossing, but that's a span of like 3 years of playing the game. And not only that, I just sit there and I'm like, I have to go to work. Most of my gaming time is just like when I come home for like 3 hours and I go to bed.
Yep. Look, man, that grind to S plus 50, it take a while. I mean, look, that took me about 2 months just to get the S plus 0.
I was gonna say, you just got the S plus just now.
Also, finally got the executive VIP in Salmon Run for a total of 5 seconds. But hey, I made it.
I can't play with you no more.
Don't worry, I can't either because I immediately ranked down. Random Weapon Day is not the best day to go in there, and the executive VIP, just saying. Now, if you want a day where you want to rank up fast in Salmon Run, plan one of the days that have a set of weapons that everyone in the game loves, like a bunch of shooters, or even maybe like some brushes and heavy splatlings of some kind. Those are the days that you want to play in Salmon Run. Plan a day where a random rotation happens, and people just get things like chargers, or maybe a blaster that they never use, and just gonna be standing there like, what do I do now?
The old switcheroo. We didn't even talk about the gimmick of this level. The gimmick of the level is has those big old drums that you shoot, and they cause like platforms to come towards you when they spin.
Yeah, the ink switches, they react with your bullets, so in some cases you gotta keep on shooting them to keep platforms moving. There are later levels that really take good advantage of those ink switches.
Oh gosh, it's feet again. Stop! Stop it!
At least this time there's no actual foot in the shoe. It's just the shoe.
The shoe's just as bad though, because you know where it leads.
I don't know. Well, you'd probably be in a better place, Marie.
What would I do without you? I'll be playing through all these levels myself, so thank you for doing this. I really don't feel like it today.
Wasn't she the one that didn't like you at first?
Exactly. It kind of changes that tone.
No, 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 no!
I can see how someone hates chargers. What did a charger do to you? Snipe your entire family on a quad?
Yes.
Oh man, you got Twitter clipped. I'm so sorry.
You really don't like chargers, do you?
Well, it's not that I don't like chargers. It's just I stink at them. I can't, you know, I've never been a good sniper to begin with in games like this, so it's just like, whenever I play with a charger, I'm like, ugh.
Then don't play Call of Duty, because,
I mean, yeah, that's about like half of the multiplayer, it feels like.
yeah.
360 no-scope to save my life.
I feel like I enjoy chargers a lot more in the single player than multiplayer for Splatoon, but that's probably also because of the same reason I'm not best with chargers. I've been trying to get better at every weapon type in the Splatoon series now, but chargers are still the one weapon type I have a harder time adjusting to. They're more of a backline, and I'm definitely more of front action kind of guy, so it doesn't help to stand back at the base for a majority of the game for me.
Yeah.
You're telling this to the people that play Splatoon with you, Lester. I think we all know you run in and you gun people down with ink.
Yeah, that's kind of why it works best when you have a close range or a shooter. Going in there with a charger or gun-ho, yeah, you're gonna die, sir.
We kind of stopped asking where'd Lester go because we know he's in the front line.
That or in the enemy base, one of the two.
That poor Octarian was just like, oh, I can't get out!
He just pops up. Hey, how's it going? Oh no, that's a sniper. I regret everything.
Wait, that curling pump go up the ramp with you?
Yep. Yeah, they can launch over ramps, which is actually a very helpful thing. Bombs can hit ramps. That'll be a mechanic in later stages.
Totally paying attention. She was looking at her flip phone.
Yep. Just checking the shops again.
She wants to know when the next Splatfest is. Like we all do.
Oh, speaking of that, did you hear about them preserving Splatoon 1 online now? So when eventually they do have to shut it down, it's there now.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it was called Pretendo, I think is the name of the servers they're using.
Yeah, Pretendo.
Yeah, it's going to be a way to preserve the online structures of games, and they're already testing rerunning some Splatfests with it, which is a really cool idea. So Splatoon 1 at least will have its Splatfest preserved and then reran. We just have to hope maybe something would happen for Splatoon 2 and 3 when they also go offline one day. It's bound to happen for every online game.
Dude, that's gonna be like when I'm like 40, I have a feeling.
Yeah.
Or if your Babylon's full in the next 5 days, what it feels like. Hey, I just bought this game and it's offline.
It just died. Like it reviewed badly. Nobody wanted to play, so therefore they realized. I think they had like a peak of like 70 concurrent players at one point, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think that was the highest it usually kind of sat at on average, because at one point it just went down to like single digits and then flat out 0, which is why they're pulling the plug. Although I found it funny for that reason, because they made an update a couple months into the game's lifespan saying, we're going to really do our best to support this game long term. We're going to make all these big updates to it. So we're going to do our best to keep the player base going, and then like a handful of months later, they announced the shutdown. So that worked out real well.
Yeah. This is how I feel about live service games. This is like the only game that is relatively a live service game that I'll play. And really, it's not even that. It's just a multiplayer game.
Yeah, although it's more live servicing now in 3 when you got their catalogs essentially being battle passes, since they rotate out like once every 2 months. Get them dabs in before you can't get a dab.
I just can't get behind live service games at all, because there's no point to them, in my honest opinion.
Well, the problem I feel with a lot of live service games is more that attachment base. So when you got a lot of new upcoming games try to be a live service, that's when things get a little funky. So I feel if it's really from like a AAA studio behind like a license you already know of, they usually last longer. So they're fun to just kind of drop in, because a lot of live services games are free to play. So it's just a good, like, you know, weekend thing, just jump in with your friends and maybe just uninstall it afterwards kind of thing. That's kind of how I feel about a lot of them, because I wouldn't sink, like, my entire life into it. I already have Splatoon 3 for that.
Yeah. I mean, like, this is also coming from the guy that hasn't touched Fortnite with a 10-foot pole, because I just don't want to play something like that.
That's fair. I mean, it's not my kind of cup of tea.
No. I get it. It's a good game, but it's just like... No, that's the kind of game... And like, I don't play multiplayer games very much anyways. I mean, this is like the only game... This and, you know, Smash and Mario Kart are the only multiplayer games I'll play, really.
Yeah.
Maybe Mario Party, but...
Maybe. Just maybe Mario Party.
You know, if I feel like hating my friends today...
You say that Mario Party 1 and 2 is about ready to be released on Switch Online. Sorry, Nintendo. We don't want Mario Party.
Oh, that's why I had a cancellation notice for the online. Okay, I was wondering why. Save the palms now.
But no, I just, you know, I don't care for multiplayer games anyways, so it's just like...
They're too time consuming.
Yeah.
And you got 1,000 other things to do.
Yeah, again, it depends on the game, because I feel if it's a game you can quickly like, jump in and play for a little bit, and you don't have to keep on grinding it out, I'll pick it up and try it out. But if it's a game where you really gotta sneak in a lot of time, it becomes a little bit of a roadblock after a while. It makes you feel like you have to play it every day, and I don't really have that time commitment. I will play games that, you know, are multiplayer based every day if I feel like they're quick and easy, jump in and out. You can play them for like 5 minutes, and then you're done. But if you have to keep on playing them, just keep on grinding it out to unlock stuff, to actually play more of it, it just becomes a little bit more of a problem.
Yeah.
Because again, with Splatoon on that argument, the catalog is where they really grind you out now in 3, but you don't have to get the stuff, you don't care about it, because it's just, a lot of times more emotes or maybe some gear, stuff like that. It's nothing really important or game-changing. The only real things you really need to unlock in the game if you want to really upgrade yourself will be leveling, so you can get the guns and other modes to unlock. And then that's, for the most part, it. Like, gear here and there if you really want to get the stuff you want to use, or maybe what you want to wear to, you know, freshen up your look.
Those Octolings really didn't know how to play. Holy crap.
Yeah, the Octo AI here is still rock stupid, kind of like how it was in 2. Or not 2, in 1. Yeah, they didn't improve since the last time we saw them, which is not wrong. It does feel like they did tweak the AI a bit going into Splatoon 3, although they didn't feel that much different until you play the secret level, I feel, in 3. Then it felt like they got a lot harder. AKA in a way where they just don't shoot the floor and also squid bag in a spot.
I like how in these, compared to Splatoon 1, where the checkpoints are the mini Zapfish in this level, besides, you know, having checkpoints, because, well, they kind of stink. I didn't like how they were structured in the first game very much.
Yeah. Yeah, the things with the multiplayer stages in 1, they were just a linear stretch. Just get to the end, you're done. But this is more open-ended now, and you gotta collect the little mini Zapfish. So I do think having them as checkpoints is a smart idea for that reason. Because when you die, you respawn back at the starting point, because that is your spawn in multiplayer, so might as well be the only checkpoint location for the single player. So it's just good practice, so you can learn the maps here in the multiplayer mode. Not all the maps are available for multiplayer here in the single player, but you get a good amount of the ones that were here in launch Splatoon 2, so at least at the time, you got a good chunk of the maps to kind of experiment around in. Although one thing that does just kind of bother me about that one, Humpback Pump Track does not look that, like, washed out in the actual multiplayer mode. Something about the lighting in that one, it just looks a little more washed out than it should. Oh look, it's one of the new soundtrack artists.
Oh man. New sweet album that only exists in this freaking sunken scroll.
Yeah, although that's like the actual album that Splatoon 2 like has for the soundtrack too. Like the soundtrack is pretty much what's shown in the game, it's what the albums are for the OST, which I do like.
I can't believe how big a game this game has been in Japan. It's just like, it's crazy how big this game is.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't have thought a game like this would have took off in the way it did when it first came out on the Wii U, but oh man, I think definitely made some records, at least for Nintendo's sake.
Hey Sheldon, I'm taking on a boss. I really don't want to do that right now.
And of all the weapons they had to give me for this boss, dualies are probably one of the better ones for it, because you're gonna want that dodge roll.
Uh-oh. We got an old fan favorite.
Is it the oven again?
Oven 2.0. Cooking more bread.
No, it's our buddy from the first game. The very first boss of the first game.
I'm back! It's the Octostomp.
I'm back!
I love how it just screams, I'm back, as his subtext name. But that's not all. Because one, the characters do reference this, like, wait, didn't Agent 3 fight this thing? Like, yep, that's true. But then when you take out Phase 1 here, things change in the fight, as this guy gets some armor, but new subtext with it. I brought this sweet new coat. It's now the Neo Octostomp.
That's funny.
I was gonna say, it's like, it just reminds me of that meme of the text message saying, I live, bitch.
Yeah.
It texted me and said, I live, bitch.
That's essentially this boss, because I swear, they just love this thing so much. He appears in every game. Even in the DLC, although all the bosses make a return in DLC, minus the final boss.
Oh no, you took off his new coat, Lester. How dare you?
You ruined his... He went to Burlington Coat Factory. You ruined it, man.
That's fine. He's going to get one more upgrade to the coat, so he'll get it back, and he'll get it back in style. Now, you see, what's worse than one stomp? 3 of them.
Oh, he didn't have subtext for that one?
No, but I love Marie's thing. This dude just grew 2 more faces! Like, she's like, oh my god, how did this happen? And I do question that. Yeah, how do you grow 2 more faces?
Where was your nose strap, buddy? I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes through the floor. You can't really help that. That's how he protects it. Makes sense. That also sucks for us. Really helps to have the dualies in this fight, though, because of the dodge roll. Anytime this thing stomps down, you just gotta run. So the dodge roll really helps to get you out of the way faster. But that said, do this with any other weapon. It becomes a lot harder.
That's it. Ink him up.
Minus Charger, and also the heavy splatling. You can just shoot the guy from down below. I love his little feet.
Yeah, his little feet's just like, I can't get up.
You think he would learn from the first game?
I mean, he kind of did. That's why I brought the sweet new coat, but the coat didn't really do that much.
Sorry, Octostomp, but we gotta put you in your place yet again.
How'd I go through that?
What? I don't understand how you did that.
Like it wasn't solid for a second there. So now the truth comes out. The alternative motive for recruiting a new agent. It wasn't just to get the great Zapfish. I wonder, was it to find the missing Squid sister Callie? You know, the thing that was in the news? Oh yeah, I want to find my cousin Callie. Okay, well I heard the news, so I already knew. Thanks.
She's like, oh, thank God. This isn't awkward no more.
Yeah, I didn't have to play the news again. Oh, don't, no. It's gonna happen anyways, but don't. What if we just told her no?
What if I don't want to help you find your cousin? That's like a family thing I don't want to be involved in. Oh, what do you mean I'm being forced to?
Got no other choice.
I'm being forced to by Hero Shot. If you don't do this, I will splat you.